Today, I want to chat with you all about what is body perfection and how do we achieve it. My name is Sheena, and I am a registered dietitian specializing in the care of persons with eating disorders and helping you build body trust. So, what is body perfection? The short and simple answer to this: a lie, an illusion, an impossible feat that no one can actually achieve. But it doesn't stop us from the pursuit. And that is actually the entire goal behind this false illusion of body perfection. So where does the idea of body perfection comes from? Body perfection comes from diet culture, which is actually the infrastructure responsible for all of the havoc behind extreme dieting, yo-yo dieting, chronic dieting, body dysmorphia, disordered eating and eating disorders, and all of the other plethora of bullshit that most of us don't need in our lives. So, body perfection is unachievable because that is actually the goal of body perfection. Crazy, right? The actual thing that many of us are striving to achieve for the predominant portion of our lives is actually not real. So, why would diet culture sell us this pursuit that is actually unattainable? Well, it's actually diabolical genius, right? So, if we're constantly pursuing to improve and perfect our bodies, we don't have a lot of time for a lot of other things. Diet culture is a multi billion, perhaps even $1 trillion industry that literally survives on the mere essence of the fact that we hate our bodies. So, literally, its continual investment day in and day out is to continue to make you dissatisfied with your body. So, while it touts body perfection as being this end all be all, the goal to achieve, it actually makes sure to simultaneously on making sure it is a goal you will never achieve. It is not in diet culture's interest for you to be satisfied with your body. So, what diet culture does is it proposes this carrot on a stick that you're to chase after. So, for example, I want to be in a thin body. And with that carrot on a stick, it can sell you all sorts of pharmaceuticals, diet pills, and weight loss regimens to help you on your way to this elusive carrot on a stick. And as long as you continue to invest in that system, diet culture will continue to make money. It continues to provide you with the illusion that if you simply follow X, Y, and Z diet, restrict your calories, restrict your carbohydrates, increase your exercise, buy this expensive exercise equipment or expensive shoes or clothing to help you engage in exercise, then you might reach this ever escalating goal of this body perfection. Well, it just increases its standards to help you to continue to invest in that system. So, for example, now you live in a thin body. Let's make sure that we don't age. And then diet culture simply persists to sell you more products. Because body perfection is ever escalating, it's problematic from the perspective of the user. But instead of reflecting on those demands of diet culture and saying these are unrealistic, we place the blame on ourselves. Furthermore, body perfection is simply not attainable because it's actually a subjective goal. Every individual on the planet has a different idea of what is a desirable body. New rules about what we should and shouldn't be eating or what our body should and shouldn't look like are added to the spectrum daily, which makes the feat of body perfection absolutely impossible. Let's instead focus on the way that our body feels and the way that we feel and experience our body from the internal lens. If this information was helpful for you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with a friend.